Hi, this is Emma. I'm one of the lead trainers for Musicians Without Borders. I am also a double bass player by trade, and I'd like to talk a little bit about free improvising. It feels like quite a maligned form of music, but actually, if it's done well, it's really powerful, both as a performer and as a listener, I think. So yeah, just to give a little bit of insight as to what I'm doing when I'm free improvising. I tend to think about it like we're going for a walk. So if we think about pre-composed music, I would say that that is like, you know where you're going and you know how you're going to get there. But of course, every time you go, you're going to see something different depending on the weather, depending on the time of day, all of that sort of thing. Improvising, such as what traditional jazz musicians would do, trad jazz players would do, would be more, officially that's actually extemporizing. And that is where you have your set chord structure or your chord progression and you're improvising melodies on the top of it. For me, that is, you know where you're going to, but you haven't necessarily chosen your route yet, and you're going to kind of make that up or explore that on your way. Free improvising is a different matter altogether. It's you're going for a walk and you don't know how you don't know where you're going, you don't have a plan, you don't know how you're going to get there. It's not just a kind of mindless amble, it's quite a directed process. There's a lot of thought involved, you have to be listening very intensively, and I feel like there's very little margin for error. If you're not doing it well, you're doing it really badly. But if you're doing it well, it really is one of the most magical forms of expression. So to think about what we're doing, how can we do it well? We all, I think, have different approaches to this, but how I go about it is I think about, well, it's the most direct form of expression, really, in terms of how do I feel right at this moment in this room with these people, with these musicians, with this audience. What's the common feeling? What's the atmosphere of the room? And then I'm going to start to play with that. Today is a little bit different because I'm on my own. I am not going to play double bass because I feel like if you're watching this in sometime in the future, I'm filming this during the lockdown of Corona, so we're all a bit trapped, we're all a bit stuck at home, so I thought I would use household items instead. You really can use anything, you've just got to be really, really tuned into the sound, so get your ears as big as possible and really listen to the subtle changes of sound that we can work with. Okay, so thinking about how do I feel in this room right now? Well, there's a mixture of feelings going on for me at the moment because on one hand, I'm in a nice flat, I am living with someone that's really lovely and we're having nice food and we're having a good time. And so I feel very lucky. I feel like we're in kind of luxury lockdown here. Of course, the other side of it is that I can't see my friends, I can't see my family. And so in that respect, I feel very trapped and I feel very, well, isolated. We're all feeling isolated. So these are, for me, two quite, not antagonistic emotions, but they're quite at odds with each other. And I find the tension between those two things quite interesting. So that is what I'm going to look at when I'm creating some music. I've decided, as I said, not to use my double bass today. So I'll show you the setup I have chosen. Now, I've just been looking for things that, to my mind, sorry for the hand there, to my mind make interesting sounds. So I have a jar of pulses. It's quite earthy. You can have quite a different, there's quite a range of sounds in there. I have a sieve. Which is quite tense. That kind of gives me shivers, a little bit like fingers on a blackboard, but actually, to be honest, that's quite a similar sensation to how I'm feeling about not seeing my friends and not seeing my family. And then I have water here. Which is a much more relaxed sound. I could play with this. So this really is just about exploring. It's about trying to put a handle on how you're feeling about this exact moment in time. What is it you need to shed? What is it you need to get off your chest? And if there is someone else that you're playing with, respond. Just listen and respond, and just be in the moment. It's the most powerful in the moment form of expression that I've come across in my varied career. So anyway, I hope that gives you something to think about, something to muck about with, a different way to look at your surroundings that we're all kind of stuck with at the moment. So yeah, my next little film is going to be about improvising with groove and using more rhythm. So I hope to see you again soon. Okay, thank you. Bye.